What's up, everybody? So I just wanted to hop on real quick and do a live video because last week I had somebody say something to me that completely blew my mind, and that I've had a really hard time processing in a good way. But it's been a challenge to sort of really fully wrap my head around it and understand what to do with the comparison that was drawn for me. So here's what it is. I'll just lay it out. I'm in the process of talking to a publisher about putting out a book on my legendeering process that I've developed that I launched in December. And in those conversations, the publisher that I'm working with described me as having, in her eyes, uh, she believes that I will ultimately have the same impact on video content for business that Seth Godin had on marketing in the 90s. In other words, she sees me as someone who has the potential to be a huge disruptor in the video content space. Someone who's on par with the work that Seth Godin has done in the marketing space, to try to move marketing in a more positive direction. He put out books like All Marketers Are Liars and How to Build Trust with an Audience, talking about how to build trust with an audience, Purple Cow about how to be remarkable, and permission marketing, turning strangers into friends and friends into customers. So very much aligned with Seth Godin and his philosophy and his approach to marketing, but never would have made that comparison on my own. There's never in a million years would I have described myself that way. Um, but over the course of the last week, as I've been thinking about it, and I've talked about it a little bit in within my own network and with some sort of close folks in a mastermind group that I'm a part of, and with some friends, I've talked about it, and I've come to a realization that I think the best way for me to deal with that comparison, for me to process that comparison, is is twofold. Is one, to accept it, because it's not up to me to decide whether or not the way somebody else sees me is correct, right? The way they see me is the way they see me. So one, it's to accept it, and two, even though I feel right now that that's a bit of a crazy comparison because I have, by comparison, in my view, achieved so little compared to somebody like Seth Godin, who in marketing circles is a household name. Um, who am I compared to him? Um, I think the other way that I can deal with that comparison is to try to live up to it, to try to do my best to live up to the way other people see me, and to live up to that comparison, and to push legendeering to that level, to make legendeering as a process and a strategy and a philosophy disruptive in the video content space in a positive way. Um, Ultimately, that's really the legacy that I want to leave behind. I've said quietly to myself since I started Telex Media as its own production company a few years back. I've had in the back of my mind this sort of huge, big, lofty goal to change the way businesses communicate with the communities that they seek to serve. And for most of the last few years, I had no idea exactly how I was going to get there or how I was going to accomplish that. It seemed unattainable or unachievable or out of reach. But with the creation of and unveiling and launching of Legendeering in December of 2021, I came to a realization, and that realization was that I now have the pavement on the path towards accomplishing that goal. Legendeering is a process that, if I can get it to be widely adopted, if I can get it out into the world widely and broadly enough, it will change the way businesses communicate with the communities that they seek to serve in a positive way, both for the businesses and for the communities, because it will enable businesses to build, and brands to build a legacy of trust. And that's what I want to help businesses do. That's my goal, is to help businesses build a legacy of trust, and a relationship with the community that they seek to serve that's built on trust. And so I want to help businesses achieve that legacy and brands achieve that legacy. And the legacy I want to leave is pushing over those dominoes that started that movement, that started that change. I want to leave a legacy of making interaction between businesses and their communities better. That's the legacy that I want to leave. And so I'm going to do everything I can to live up to that comparison with the incomparable Seth Godin. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to really achieve what he's achieved, or really, swim in the same pond as he does. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try, and I'm going to get as close as I can. And for me, legendeering is the pavement on the path to get there. So I guess my question to you is, have you ever been compared to somebody that you think is completely out of reach? And if so, what are you going to do with that comparison? As far as I see it, there's only two options. Either you dismiss it as outrageous, or you do your best to live up to the way other people see you. And that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I hope that helped. I just wanted to share that real quick. It was just something on my mind from the day today. I hope everybody had a good Thursday. It is 5:25 p.m. and I'm going to do my best to get away from my desk shortly and call it a work day. I hope you all get to do the same. Have a great evening, and I will speak with you soon. Bye-bye.